Let's bring in our political analyst and professor at Curtin University, Joe Siracusa. Joe, good to see you. So we've asked this question for weeks now. Will they or won't they? Well, it turns out they will. Your response to Donald Trump becoming the first US president, sitting or former, to be indicted?
It's extraordinary for two reasons. Number one is the district attorney outplayed him. He's been playing with his mind for the last couple of weeks. You know, as you said, that there was a rumor he was going to be indicted within a couple of days, and then it was a week, and then it was 2 weeks, and then we heard yesterday that the jury has been let off for a month, or they're going to have a holiday or something. And the second thing, Pete, this is extraordinary. The president of the United States was indicted on opening day in baseball, so he has to compete with all this publicity across America about, you know, the great baseball day. And of course, there's some irony here. Look, Donald Trump, whether you like him or not, he's going to be arrested. He's going to be fingerprinted. He'll probably be handcuffed. This is probably not news to people who get caught, you know, who drink too much on holiday, but it's going to be quite a picture.
Yeah.
And how he conducts himself now.
Okay, so just on that's a good point to share with our viewers at the moment, Joe. So when a grand jury votes to indict someone, whether a president or not, what's the process?
Oh, the process is the same way if someone is accused of beating his partner. I mean, he's got to be arrested. He has to be fingerprinted and handcuffed. Pete, there is no way out of that. He has to go through the procedure. And let me tell you, that mug picture of Donald Trump's going to be available in probably 48 hours. It's going to be on 10 million T-shirts.
So is there any... Has he got any defense? Can he run any defense? Can he run any stalling tactics? Joe, you know, is there an appeal process that he can launch? What can he use?
Pete, the former president of the United States, is out of bullets. He's got to go through this. He has to go to a judge, and then he has to declare whether he's guilty or not guilty. There is nothing this man can do except, you know, escape to Canada, or I don't think they'd have him actually, but, you know, he can go somewhere and disappear on some Pacific island. But no, he's got to run the gauntlet now, and this will show, you know, whether he has the creds, you know, to stand up to it. Now, he could do two things. He could whimper all the way to the judge's chamber, or he could sort of like take it like a big guy and show his followers that he's not afraid of the system. Yeah. But he should be afraid of the system. You know, once the United States government gets their claws into you, it's like the tax people. Once they get their claws into you, you know, they've got you for a while. There ain't nothing you can do about it.
Sure, and, you know, we spoke about this a couple of weeks ago, remember, Joe? And, you know, yes. Mueller didn't get him. Impeachment 1 and 2 didn't get him. So now they're going for him with a state law in New York. But, I mean, you made the joke at the time, well, he might just run his campaign from a jail cell, and we kind of laughed it off. But is that now a reality?
Oh, that's quite feasible and probably quite likely. I mean, the President Trump has got the nomination sewed up in the Republican Party, whether he have enough votes for the general. I mean, some people may have just had a gutful of this. There are a lot of people who do like Trump who reckon that maybe there's just too much baggage here. I mean, it's just, and he can run the election from the prison cell, and he can be inaugurated in his prison cell. I mean, we have an extraordinary situation, but I don't think anybody is going to send him, incarcerate him for too long. Because
So just before we go to Analyst Nielsen over in DC, Joe, I mean, how does this affect his campaign now? And so, you know, his supporters are already saying he's just won the election.
Well, yes, he has. This event has supercharged his supporters, and, you know, he'll be going out raising money and raising hell and all the rest of it. He certainly has nailed down the nomination. I think Ron DeSantis and those kind of guys just ought to kind of go away till the next time.
Yeah.
Will it affect the general? I don't know. But I'll tell you what, Donald Trump became famous with television. He likes television. He is television now. I mean, he is the greatest show going on in America. I mean, this is sort of like Dynasty and you know, and Superman all together. I mean, what happens to Superman when he goes to jail? Well, we're going to find out.
Well, none of us have ever seen this before. History just proved that. He is the first US president, current or former, to be indicted. Hey, Joe, appreciate your time. Thanks for your insight. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
We're going to send it over to Washington, D.C. now.